What up, though, y'all? It's Chris. Appreciate you connecting with me while I do my 10,000 steps today in the Midtown get around over here by the old school. 10,000 steps a day. Shout out to you guys, my subscribers. Thank you for joining along with me for that rise to 5,000. And it's been some funny times, man. So let's get into it. I've never heard of this whole 4B movement before, but apparently it's a thing that's been happening for a bit. It's not new. From what I've seen, it is like more of a thing over in Korea, but you got some women over here that have been partaking in it, and it's a little weird. You have women that are saying that they're not going to have any children, they're not going to date, they're not going to get married, and they're not going to have sex. So those are the four pillars. I don't know what the B means. I tried looking it up to see what the B part means. I really couldn't see. I mean, maybe if I would have Googled it. I did looking at videos and stuff about it, and people just listed off those four things that I did, but they never explained why it's 4B movement. But nonetheless, this is a thing, and because for some women the election didn't go the way they wanted, they now in protest are deciding that they're not going to date, they're not going to have sex, they're not going to have children, and they're not going to get married. And man, listen, some of these women, and they're of course all liberal. Of course they're all liberal. They are just really weird for no damn reason. Just totally weird for no reason. Just crashing out over something as silly as the candidate that they believe should have been elected, which I honestly, I don't know how anybody could have thought that Kamala Harris was a good candidate and should have won. I have no idea how that could be, but apparently there are people who feel very strongly about this. But to the extent that they're just doing all of this weird stuff now, talking about this and that. Listen, I'm gonna be frank with y'all. You're not missing anything, all right? These women that I've seen in these videos proclaiming this, that they're done with men, and some are talking about they're only gonna date women now. They're bi. They're only gonna date women now. You're not gonna miss them. These seem like women that really aren't getting too much action anyway. I'm not even trying to be funny in any way, shape, or form. I'm just keeping it a buck with y'all. The women that I've seen, if you don't believe me, look up 4B movement on YouTube right now. If you done watching my video, don't do it now. Wait till after you watch my video. Look up 4B movement in that search bar and just watch some of the videos, man. These are women that I really don't think are getting any action anyway. I don't see these being women that dudes are pursuing for marriage, dating, and certainly not to have a seed with. I just really don't see that happening. So they're proclaiming this as if this is somehow supposed to affect the rest of us, as if we care. It's like the people who, claim they're leaving the U.S. They make the announcement, if such and such wins the election, I'm leaving the U.S. And it's like, why do you have to make an announcement? Just leave. Celebrities, there was plenty of them that was doing that. And I doubt that any of them have actually left, because I remember in 2016 when Trump won before, many of them were claiming that they were going to leave if he was elected. And that didn't happen at all. Like, none of them left. So I don't think that's going to happen this time either. But this is how silly that is. It's like, if you're really quitting this, why make an announcement? Why is it necessary? The reason why they do this is because of attention. Really, it's because of attention. Someone who just truly feels this way, they would probably just do it. They wouldn't feel the need to set up their camera and record themselves having a meltdown, because many of these meltdown videos, they just really do seem like they are desperate cries for attention. They just want attention. They just desperately want to go viral. So they get their phone, they lean it up against whatever it is, and then, they go ahead and, get their eyes together or whatever to, do their crocodile tears, and then hit record, and then back up. It's just ridiculous cries for attention. Then after the video is done, then they, make sure to crop out the beginning part where they were, trying to get themselves together for the take. If the take wasn't a good enough take, they got to do a second take or a third take. So it's just desperate cries for attention. And this is nonetheless, these women, I don't think they're really getting any action. The 4B women, at least these American wokies, I don't really think so. So it just really seems like I don't know. Because, think about this. If you're not getting no action anyway, are you really giving something up? If you're not dating because no guys are asking you out, if you're not having sex, but you're not getting any offers anyway, you're not having children because no one wants to, get into bed with you, and marriage, let's just be for real here. These woke women, dudes are not trying to wife them up, man. They are way too damaged. If she got some pink and purple hair and a bunch of ridiculous piercings and crazy tats or something like that, men generally identify those as being red flags, and that's just not usually, unless it's some goth chick or something like that. But then it's black. They're not typically doing all of the pinks and purples. Not typically. You got some that kind of delve into it because they like anime, but you guys get what I'm saying. You know the difference between if it's some goth chick who's, just decided that she wanted to add some color, and if it's one of these weirdo, wokey, feminist women that are just damaged freaking goods. They have a look about them, so you could easily tell who's who and what's what when it comes to them. So these 4 things you're giving up. If you have no propositions for them in the first place, are you really giving them up? It's very easy to sacrifice something that you don't have in the first place. But here we are, man. These women are crashing out like crazy. It's one of the funniest things I've seen this year. I had no idea that this election was going to bear the fruit that it has. It has been nonstop leftist crash out, and all these people do is just make me more and more glad that I left that side. No pun intended, left that side. But yeah, all they do is just make me more and more glad that I abandoned that side and just became conservative, I guess. Or I think I always was conservative. I just really didn't vote that way. But the left became way too left. Like, they were too far left, man. Some of the progressive stuff that they were pushing, I may not have liked all that much, but it wasn't obnoxious enough to where I'm like, okay, yeah, I need to realign myself politically. But then these last 4 years, it's been a lot of ridiculous stuff that I'm just like, yeah. One of the main ones for me was, of course, the men competing against women in sports. That is just really insane. We had the whole thing just recently with the women's boxing thing at the Olympics. It turns out that competitor, that dude, and I'm gonna say dude because he was tested and had XY chromosome. So yeah, that is a man biologically. So yes, I'm going to say that dude. Even at the Olympics, this sort of stuff is being entertained. You had 2 biological males fighting in the gold medal match in women's boxing at the Olympics. That's where we're at, man. So it's stuff like that. That's the reason why I realigned politically and was like, I cannot do the left anymore because they have went far left, way further left than I ever want to go. But I'm gonna leave it there, man. 4B movement. You at the end of this video, go ahead and look that stuff up, man. Look these women up. Watch a couple of clips. They're pretty damn funny. Let me know in the comments. Are these women that y'all are really gonna miss? They're talking about some, oh, they're quitting, guys. They're giving up on us, man. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do, y'all? They are giving up on us. These women who you guys probably wouldn't hit in secret, because there's sometimes kind of like a bear. She's not that cute, but you kind of in a mode to where you might hit her. I mean, I've never been in that situation myself, but I know people who have. That's what I'm saying. Like, we call those bears around here. And yeah, you go ahead and you hit that bear. Listen, these are chicks that I don't even think will qualify as being bears to hit on the DL, man. Like, go check those videos out, man. I'ma holla at y'all. Peace.